Hello, everyone, and welcome back to Airport CEO. Today, we'll be focusing on some of our passenger experiences. First update obviously was the fact that we were having all these pathfinding issues, so we've got a solution for that today. And then we're going to dive in and just expand some of our terminal services. We're also going to make sure that some of our decorating is up to par, so we've kind of slacked off a little bit on that as well. For the first thing I'd like to do is fix our parkade. I've neglected to sort of make a parkade entrance, so to speak, in quotations that you currently can't see me doing, but trust me, they're there. And so what I'd like to do is we're actually just going to remove one of the parking lots here. So we'll go ahead and mark that for demolition. Then we're going to come below, and what we're going to do is just add in a few more parking spots. And what we basically could have down here is sort of the idea that maybe this is more of where our long-term parking will exist, and then we can have more of the short-term parking up top, just because people would come in, drop off their friends and family, whoever they're dropping off, and then continue on. Also, we're going to fix this tunnel that I have not realized has been backwards for a very long time, so we'll get that marked for demolition as well, and then hopefully our contractors will get to work. But yeah, we've kind of had a few shops that aren't being used. This one obviously is making its sales and revenue, so we're going to put in a bigger shop here as well. I think we'll have maybe this one probably go the other way, if I'm honest. Okay, good, that's out. So let's go ahead and put the terminal in. Sorry, I don't want to jump around too much, but we got a few different things to cover today. So we'll put that terminal in, and then we'll come down below, and you can see it connects right up to about here. So we'll go ahead and just build terminal space there, and then we'll kind of let that build itself out. But yeah, so we'll plan on putting a shop probably in here. Let's go ahead and put a door on the other end, and then we'll make it part of the secure zone. So let's have that there, and then we'll demolish that one. And yeah, I think we'll even try and see if we can squeeze in another lounge. I don't know if we have the budget to really build upstairs too much today, but you know, it's definitely a possibility to start working our way upstairs, since yeah, we don't really have anything available in this international terminal except for some bathrooms. So it's currently not very busy, but the pathing is seeming to work a lot better now, which is great. So I'm pretty happy with that. So we have our parkade entrance kind of done here. So go ahead and just put some doors on this as well. We'll use some large doors, I think. And we'll have one, let's put one there. There's a crosswalk there. Oh, we have an emergency. So let's go ahead and just pause for a second, and we'll go ahead and accept that. So let's just pause. We have an emergency aircraft coming in. It looks like it's a 757-200, so a medium-sized aircraft for sure. So let's see what we have for stands. It looks like all our medium stands are mostly occupied except for international, which is probably a good thing. It's not very busy right now. So let's go ahead and grab that. It has to land within 30 minutes, so we'll just confirm it to come into land right away. And we'll on pause there. It was a bird strike, I believe. Yes, so we've got our fire truck going. I don't know if you can probably hear that a little bit. So they'll come out and attend to that. They're probably going to need the hangar. And actually, I had another hangar on the list of things to build today. So while we're here, why don't we grab another one of those? So we'll go for an aircraft hangar. Can we fit the large without it being too obnoxious? This does also require some service road, so that might be a bit difficult to place. But let's see what the medium hangar looks like. Oh, we can honestly fit it in right here, which is perfect. So let's go ahead and do that. So we'll place that there to be constructed. We'll just have another hangar available just in case something else happens. But here goes our emergency truck. Let's see, we can probably follow this vehicle for a little bit. It's going to go and spray the fire there on the left engine, it looks like. Hopefully put it out. And normally in real life, we'd shut all our lights off, make sure the radar's off, and we'd come to a stop on the runway. Have the fire trucks come up, do their thing. They'd also do an inspection. We would be discussing with them. And then depending on the nature of the emergency, we might even just either command an evacuation or call for passengers to remain seated. So in this case, we don't have emergency evacuations in AirportCEO. So that's going to taxi into our international terminal. down here. And we'll just kind of speed this along a little bit. I definitely need to move that taxi line. It's a little close to the tails of the other airplanes, but yeah, it's going to come into our arrivals. I guess it doesn't. Is it going to pick a hangar? All right. Yeah, so it'll sit here. It'll do its thing. Looks like it's probably going to, deplane, unload baggage. Hopefully they don't have too many issues with the fact that this is technically international. You're not really supposed to mix, but it is a video game, so maybe we'll be okay. We'll see. Well, they actually... they deplaned. They deplaned to somewhere. So anyways, won't get too distracted with that. But yeah, so we have our parkade down here. So we also do need some doors on this as well. So let's come down here and we'll grab some large doors and let's do one there right by that crosswalk. So people should be able to make their way through across over there and kind of into that entrance area there. And I probably need some roads down here as well. So let's go ahead and we'll grab our public road here and let's just run that through there. And I'm going to make this one way, but we're going to go this direction just so that we have a little bit of traffic flow monitoring. And then let's see if I can get this tunnel set up correctly. So if we go up to here, public road tunnel down, make sure that faces the right way. It should hook into there. And then, yeah. That'll work. So we'll take our asphalt road again. Let's just run it all the way to about there. And then we'll do dual there for now. And we'll just leave this like that until we're maybe ready for some more parking expansion. But we'll just throw in some more sidewalks as well, just for walking and accessibility. Don't really like that these accessible spots are down here, but unfortunately that's not something I can change in the game. And then we will make these long-term parking. Did that work? Long-term, yes. Perfect. And I guess while we're here, just to kind of help with the walkability and everything, let's grab another crosswalk and place that there. And then we can hook it into this sidewalk here, and that'll connect to our entrance here. And then basically what we'll probably do is we'll grab a few escalators, and so let's have escalator up on maybe this side, and then we'll have maybe one down on the other side like so, just like that. And then maybe even in the middle, we'll make sure that there's some elevators available as well for some accessibility. And I think that should work great. So passengers should be able to come through here now, which is great, and then they can walk across into the terminal. That should fix most of our pathing problems. Once it's all built, we can probably remove this here, and yeah, I'll get that all sorted out. Looking at emergency aircraft, looks like it's just getting all its cleaning and everything done. Is that the right one, or is it in the hangar? Oh no, it's moved to the hangar. Okay, so it's in the hangar for repairs. Looks like it'll be done in 13 hours, so that's great there. Now in terms of the rest of our terminal, yeah, we have to fix some of our flooring, so why don't I go through actually in a time lapse, and we'll go ahead and we'll fix some of the flooring in a few of the areas like the bathrooms. I think most side of this terminal is done. These passenger walkways I never built, so we can mark those to be built as well. And yeah, then I'll be back in just a sec. All right, so we finished that little time lapse. I did remove the chairs that were here because they just didn't really make sense anymore. This area is a bit constrained in space. So yeah, so let's take a look at our shops here. So we can go into our contracts and we can see that the sizing is correct. So some of these, they're pretty high level. And I think if we could probably get away with maybe a 4-star, we could definitely give it a try. So it needs 8 shelves and a cashier desk. So let's go into our shops. Yeah, this is franchise room. Remember, I built this so long ago. So we could take some of the large shelves and let's do maybe, oh, I don't know. That actually might be a bit too much. Let's take a medium. Is there only round ones? Okay, well, sure, why not? Let's have a couple right here on the sides as you walk in. And then maybe if we just take some of the smaller ones and we go for the sort of wall mounted, so we can place 1, that's 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8 there. And then maybe again along the back wall we could do a couple large ones here and here. In terms of the shop counter, let's see, you can almost just place it right in the middle. It's kind of typical of retail. Let's go ahead and do that. And then if we can see decorations wise, what could we put down? Not a pond. Flower bed, no, that's mostly for outside. Just grab a couple small plants, pop that in the corner there. Maybe even just here as well, stuff like that. And then once those are built, we can get that room opened. So I think in terms of building upstairs, let's just see what it costs to build a small area of this terminal. If we come down to about there, so that's only going to be 25,000. So maybe we could, it's too far. We could probably build a little bit of this. So let's go ahead and start from maybe here. And I think that should work nicely there. And then we'll just make sure some of this wall gets built. And then what we'll do is we'll also just grab our walls here and we'll just wall this in for now. And we can kind of build a secondary lounge up here. So let's go into planning mode. And if we kind of pop over here to our other airport lounge, we can definitely see we have a few options of things to copy paste out. So let's just turn off zones because it's confusing. So copy paste mode. Let's see, we can let's grab some of these to start with, our lounge seats and chairs, and see what we can kind of fit here. Probably quite a few, it looks like. So we'll go ahead and put a bunch of that back to back. And then we can even kind of come in and copy paste again and just do a second sort of line like so. And then we'll come back over here. And again, maybe we could grab some of these laptop desks. So again, we'll go copy paste and we'll bring those over here as well along the back. And then we're going to need some info desks as well. So let's go into our desks and we'll grab a medium info desk here. And we'll place 2 of those there. And then I think in terms of infrastructure, we'll need an elevator to get in and out is probably the best option. So it has to be placed at different, oh, even planning mode is going to be picky like that. All right, well, let's go up again real quick and we'll just place down a secure zone. And we'll also place an international zone like so. And then we'll plan the elevator down over here. So it is in terminal elevator. Place that there, and then yeah, that should work there. They're obviously going to go up and build that piece of terminal. I think too, probably down here. Let's see if we can just maybe grab another shop. So if we come into planning mode and then copy paste, see if we can just fit another shop down here. Will that fit? Yeah, we could probably place that there, if I'm honest. So let's go ahead into our shops and we'll just place, oh good, we passed the emergency. Excellent. Let's just make this whole thing a shop zone for now, and then we'll come back into copy paste, grab all this. Should even grab the wall there. So let's place that right back. But there, we'll give it a tiny bit of breathing room. Maybe. Did that not work? Try that again. There we go. So that's in planned there, and then we'll just wall around it. So yeah, you know, I think it's good to get all these shops in. You know, you have to have something to do for people. Have to have a way for them to spend their money when they're in the airport. So let's go ahead and sign a contract with Pick and Fly, and then they should have that open here in a few minutes in the morning. And we got a good amount of money, so let's go ahead and build all of this. That costs us a little bit, but that's okay. Same thing up here, build all that, and then we need to make sure we designate this as an airline lounge. And then we'll just check. We should be able to open it. Check room requirements. Oops, information desk, buffet table, and assign airline. So any airline can come in here. And then I think we're just missing the buffet table. So that's probably that stuff here. So again, let's take advantage of our copy paste. There's even a statue there, so we'll see if we can fit that in here at all. Probably, but let's go ahead and pause. We'll place that, and I think we will just demolish this extra one. That's a bit extra. No pun intended there, but take that out, and I think that should work pretty good there. So we'll let them get this all built, and then we can open up that terminal. And it looks like this one is also done. So let's see if we can get a contract. Let's maybe go for a 3-star, just because this international terminal is not quite busy yet. So we'll get that going. But yeah, we wanted to bring in more passengers, and that's the one thing that's kind of dragging us down usually is our services available to passengers. Airline infrastructure quality. Okay. Probably because some of our gates are getting a little worn. It probably is going to cost a lot to upgrade. Ooh, wow. Yeah, okay, let's repair a bunch of these real quick just to maybe bring that rating back up a little more. So we'll go ahead and repair all those. That should hopefully make them a little bit happier again. Yeah, that's better. All right, so we've got a couple more shops open now. Elevator-wise, this should only go... Yeah, I didn't know this was a thing, but you can kind of extend the elevator, so we only want it to go up. I don't want it to go any higher. So that's good there. Let's go ahead and see if we can finally get this open. Perfect. So now we just need a couple staff to come along. And I think in terms of decorations, again, let's throw some large windows on so that, you know, they have a nice view of our airport here. Maybe we can place some over on this side as well. So we should have enough passenger service agents available for this, because we have removed a lot of other sort of check-in desks. I did add actually these ones during that time lapse just for a little bit of extra check-in capacity. For whatever reason, this one says it's not active. That might be downstairs. I don't know. Sometimes you get little glitches in this game, so yeah, so I think that's good. We definitely see our money coming in. Let's just hop into our flight planner and see. Yeah, our international flights are really kind of suffering. Crown Airlines is not too happy with us right now, and I'm not entirely sure as to why. Because everyone else seems to be pretty satisfied. I don't know. They were the latest one we added, so hopefully we can bring back some happiness for them. We've got our other hangar open and available. I don't think we've got too much in the way of delays. I was going to move this taxi line, so let's go ahead and do that. And maybe we'll think about what are some options to maybe improve the satisfaction of the airline. So let's have this taxi path here. And I think what we'll do is we will just set this to medium only for both of these. And this one here, we will set that to small aircraft only. And let's just pause again for a second before I mess this up. So take those off. All right, so I got those taxi lines changed. So medium aircraft will take the top line and the small aircraft will take the bottom line. And yeah, that should hopefully work a bit better. But yeah, everything seems to be running okay. We don't seem to have too many. I don't know, this check-in error one, it pops up a lot. I've never really seemed to have been able to figure out how to clear it. This one, everyone is just checking in. So they should hopefully be through security soon. Everyone's arrived, so I'm just having a slow time getting to where they need to go. But we do have our escalator and elevator system going. So I think it should be okay for the most part. Some people don't always show up for their flights, but let's go ahead and go into our contracts. Let's see if we can get another airline going here as well. So we'll go to offered contracts, airlines, and let's see, we've got Skyfly. It's got a bunch of medium and large, Swiftly, also a bunch of medium, large. These have more passengers. So let's bring in Swiftly and see. They could be wanting, you know, some large aircraft gates, and we don't have them. Zoom is going to be medium and large. Maple, medium and large. Hi, Maddie. And that's my cat. We could try and bring in maybe another small airline as well. They've got some medium and small aircraft, so let's bring in Maple Express as well. And we'll just see how that goes. We probably got some negotiations that I need to do that I haven't really done yet. Yeah, our airlines. All right, well, I'm going to go through these, and let's just see with some of these what we can pull off. Air Strata, negotiate. Let's see. Well, we'll take down the charge for large aircraft because we don't really have them yet. So let's just see how much we can charge for the medium, and then maybe we'll just throw in a couple of the. That might be too many. So let's just do that. Let's do this offer, and we'll send that off and see if they accept it. Excellent. The less bargaining chips we have to use, the better. Gas wise, I mean, always good to maybe be able to take the price down that we pay again. So we can up the av gas because again, we're not bringing that in anymore. So I guess we can kind of cheat the system a little bit by just maxing out the av gas and then just seeing if we can take this down a little bit more. So let's try that. Send offer. Accepted. Excellent. Who else do we have? Sky Garden, that would be our catering. So if we can just bring that down a little bit, that'd be nice. Oop, that looks like it's gonna be too far. So let's throw in one. See if that goes. Accepted. Awesome. Airlines. So let's negotiate again. We have small aircraft. So let's see if we can just maybe. Ooh, wow, they didn't like that. They don't like their fees being raised, do they? All right, well, let's just send that off as the same. And a later date, maybe when we don't have so many contracts up, we'll try and bring everything up again. Can we squeeze any sort of rate increase out of you guys? I use 6 of these. That's still going to be pretty close. What if we give you a break on the small aircraft? Maybe you'll actually bring in more. There we go. At least get some more fees out of the mediums. And again, Havana as well will do the same thing. Let's take our small aircraft fee down. Let's up this. Now we can probably add quite a few of these in. So the thing you have to remember is you have to renegotiate with airlines every time. So if you dump too many points in at a time, you're going to struggle to sort of keep your contracts going. So yeah, let's see in our flight scheduler if we're getting any other flights. Air Strata. Crown is still not happy with us, and I'm not really sure as to why. Swiftly's coming in pretty good. Let's just take a look at some of our Crown Airlines flights. Let's go to the aircraft. It looks like everything is good and it departed on time. So that's good. Our contract isn't due with them yet, but I mean, their satisfaction keeps going down for some reason, and I'm not entirely sure as to why. Their next flight is here. This is a medium flight. Yeah, it should be okay. Medium stand 19. Let's just make sure. Does everyone have that one here? There should be vehicles set for every single one. They all have a pushback truck. That's all we need. Yeah, it shouldn't be a problem anymore. Oh, it looks like I missed some of the flooring over here, but yeah, maybe we'll just have to let that run for a little bit and check in a little bit later with that one. But let's get these flooring done for now, like so. And how's everything on the international side? Still pretty quiet. Small aircraft, again, same thing. Let's see what our rating is. Still 63%, but yeah, we don't have any bathrooms or shops on this side for the small aircraft. So it's another thing we could do to try and sort of bring up the experience. Yeah, this one's not doing too well. It needs a lot of sales. How about this one? Again, a bit quiet. Yeah, so hopefully bringing in the extra airlines will up everything. In terms of flight monitor, yeah, all our airplanes should be able to check in well. So yeah, we could definitely try and squeeze in a few shops and bathrooms down here, but that's the thing that gets difficult is you try and add more and then yeah, they're kind of lining up out of the terminal for some reason for this place, but they're not really going through for the other one. So it's a bit interesting that they don't want to go through stuff once they go through security, but anyways, yeah, maybe we'll do some bathroom building down over here and some shops. All right, so I placed in some bathrooms off camera and a shop. I figured you guys seen me do that enough, and then I'm just building a staff room here real quick just to kind of help get our staff to and from. We've had some issues with this security screening not being staffed, so probably didn't need quite the large one, to be honest. We could maybe even shrink that down if it becomes a bigger problem, but yeah, overall, I'd say the airport is functioning well as per usual. Just kind of looking at some of our ratings. The satisfaction one, it's a bit of an odd one for me because it's kind of down right now, but we just built a bunch of new shops and bathrooms kind of everywhere. So yeah, I'm not sure. There should be a lot of seats as well. I mean, it is kind of the middle of the night too, so I'm just kind of a bit surprised that that number is going down. We've got lots of seating at different gates available. We've got, yeah, overall, I'd say pretty good availabilities. We even have our other lounge. These, they require staff to operate. Oh, there we go. They're coming up to get everything open. So I'd say overall good. We're making lots of money, which is great as well. We'll be looking at probably needing to expand soon. I've got my eye on maybe these tiles here for our large runway and some more large aircraft stands as well. So in terms of airline satisfaction, yeah, Crown, I don't know why they seem to be very upset with us. I don't know if it's because they can't schedule more flights. Our medium stands are packed. You know, the international ones are open and available, but they're not really seeming to be used. So yeah, I find that one a bit confusing, to say the least. Maybe in a further episode, we can look at doing a remote stand, maybe somewhere out here, if we need to, just to try and maybe get some more medium stands going. But for now, I think that'll leave it for today. It's my last little episode for our YouTube until the new year. So thank you for joining me today. Don't forget to tune in to the new year. We'll be starting probably another Airport CEO series soon after we finish this one. And we'll also be having the new channel branding become fully available as well. So lots of exciting things to see in the new year. So take care, everyone. Enjoy your holidays, and we'll see you soon. Bye-bye.